Attractive naked women can really put fear into you. You'll know I'm talking about that later because we will be reviewing World Tree issues 1 through 6, and you may look at the title and see this episode is called Here Come the Boobies. Again, it's a little bit later in the show, but I'll introduce us. I'm your usual host, Sonny Kruger, and I'm joined by my usual co-hosts, Jamie Wojcik and Tim Morse.
Hello, sweet children of the CODEX Nation. Good to see you.
You say children, that means you got to be behaved.
Oh, okay. I will.
Yeah, just hi. I thought he was doing something else when he started. I was like,
no.
like, bro.
This is a family
good
show.
comics. I know the art is great. Just
get off the phone, Sonny.
I'm preparing for what we've got going on later. I was making sure I got it ready for when we talk about our F-lister, but we'll get on to that later. We'll get on to Madam Web later.
We're going to get on to a lot of things.
But I can foresee what's happening.
All I'll say is I'm not the only one here who likes Twinkies. Don't take that the wrong way, though. It goes with the F-list.
No, yeah.
It goes with the F-list. So don't
We'll go with
get
that.
any
We'll run with that for today.
My lord.
Yeah. We'll have random panel of the week. The Boobies. That's what they hear coming. The Boobies come in. But we've got quite a bit of comic book news before all of that. And I'll start us off with the quick rundown. The fifth Avengers movie is no longer going to be called Avengers Kang Dynasty. That was pretty obvious that was going to happen after Jonathan Majors has been in quite a bit of trouble lately. Somebody else who's in a bit of trouble is cartoonist Ed Piskor. He's been accused of sexual misconduct and grooming.
Yeah.
Also, there's a bit of good news out there. Well, maybe some might not be so happy. Some may be happy about it. We'll see, but it's not as bad as the other two. And that is that Seth Rogen is set to write and produce an animated Venom project. Not too sure yet if it's a movie or a series. It's
supposed to be an animated movie.
Probably because it said rated R. So that made me think, if it was a show, it's a TVMA, but if it's going to be called rated R, then I'm guessing it will be a movie. So that's a quick run through. Quick run down.
Yeah.
Anything really catch your guys, attention?
I don't know. I think they're losing it with the Kang Dynasty thing. We talked about it before. They could literally keep the Kang Dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
And just have different actors play the variants. Like,
yeah.
It just makes no sense to me why you're shutting down something because not shutting it down, but taking the name out of the title because of the fact that somebody else did something when you have a loophole in your own movie.
And they're not shying away from it in just about everything that's come out within the past year either. With doing variants with different actors.
Yeah, before it was they had variants, and I think it was maybe Loki. They had him play himself twice or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then for what was it?
Doctor
Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, John Krasinski's variant.
Yeah.
But everyone was the same character. It wasn't anyone different. Like, that was the only different character.
Yeah.
I think before Dan said it on the show, I think he made a good point when he said that they've already kind of messed King up by making him not as powerful as he appeared, as they wanted him to be, by making him lose to Ant-Man. And then maybe with the problems with Jonathan Majors, maybe they're like, you know what, it's just kind of not going the right way. Let's just go with
maybe like the one above all.
But yeah, King, like I said, Jamie, I do agree. They really could have done so much more with him, obviously with the variants, but I think maybe they're starting to realize, hey, we've dropped the ball. Let's just try to move on.
From what I understand, though, even though the name Kang Dynasty is being pulled, they are still using Kang as a character. So, Jamie, there may be some hope for Kang on the
base. I would love it if you get like some mid-grade actors and they're like, I'm not the one above all.
Mm-hmm.
All the way up until Kang Dynasty. And it's like, just imagine it'd be Denzel Washington walking out. You know what I mean? Like, because he doesn't want to actually be part of, what do you call it? Like the whole long-term contract where he's got to do 10 movies in order to get there. He just does one, and he's the main variant. Like,
he would be amazing as Kang.
Yeah,
I would love to see that.
Hulk's got nothing on me.
So you want to talk about time, huh? Yeah, that's what you want to do?
now you may have won me over. You know, first I was like, I don't know about Denzel, but now with that,
But you
Den-
you,
may
like, you
have
could
won me
have
over.
different people cast as the character like throughout the whole
Mike
thing.
J. White.
Yeah,
as
and I was
King.
him, John Boyjo, the dude who did
Terry Crews. Let's get
yeah.
him in there.
all of them. Like you could literally use all of them for just one either series or
Yeah.
one movie and not have them in a long term contract, and then at the end make it like some big name no one would think of.
Marvel, pay
Morgan
attention.
Freeman,
As Kang, that would be
Oh my
great.
god, that'd be amazing.
Clint
I
Eastwood,
just listened to the movie.
Clint Eastwood.
Dan says they should just recast Kang and not make him the bitch he has been so far.
Dan really hates movies. I've noticed that.
But yeah, I mean, whatever they do, I hope that the path that Marvel is on right now with their movies corrects itself and gets us back to at least on par with the Infinity Saga. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
But something I'm not too curious about is Seth Rogen going to write and produce the animated Venom project. If Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is any indicator, he has the ability, very much so, to stray way far from the source material.
Yeah.
Now, The Boys and Preacher aside, those, even though they stray from the source material, they themselves are and were great shows.
Yeah.
So if he takes that kind of motivation going into Venom and not what he did with TMNT, we have a shot at something good.
Yeah,
I
no,
like in our
I-
chat. We saying something, Jamie?
Yeah, I was saying no. I definitely agree with you on that. If you keep the thing about that I can't stand with people sometimes is that most people, it's all people. No, is
That
when
we
they get
breathe.
mad about like changing something in the movie from the source material. It's like sometimes you can't do things like the boys
Agreed.
had Herogasm, which you should never have been able to do.
No.
Never, and they still did it. But
Yeah.
there's some things you can't like physically cannot touch, like
I agree.
or a remake.
And
in
like
an
I
hour,
said,
30 minutes or an hour.
yep. And like I said, with what he did with Preacher and The Boys, it worked.
Yeah.
Because they were great shows. The source material is wonderful on its own, and the shows took that as cornerstones and did their own thing, which was awesome.
Was it Sal or Dan in our chat, you know, our CODEX chat, when they're like, expect Venom to be smoking bongs? I think Dan said it, and Sal's like, that's what I'm nervous of. I don't want that.
That's gonna be a
Right.
variant that he's not gonna buy.
That'd be great.
He'll still get it slabbed.
He'll probably drop his his quantity from like 107 to like 80.
Wow.
Yeah, he'll still get it slabbed, but it won't be like his favorite slab.
It won't be on the wall slab. It'll be for his own personal keep.
Yeah, like, I guess I'll get it slabbed.
Yeah.
Got to pay the car payment this month. I'll sell one variant of Venom.
Yeah, so I'm not too excited about it. I mean, I'll see, you know, when it comes out, we'll see like a trailer and things like that.
Yeah.
But right now, they even said they don't even have a full name for it yet, and who knows when it would even come out. But
Pre-production right now, so yeah, we'll see where
very
it
early
goes.
stages.
Yep.
And there's the bad news, with cartoonist Ed Piskor, and he was known for working on X-Men: The Grand Design, and we did see Ron Mars,
Mhm.
friend of the CODEX station, who's been on a one shot before, and he was in an on the spot video, Ron Mars, and he was even saying like, "Oh, is it a surprise?" Was it like his comment like, "Oh, is it a surprise that someone who steals everyone else's work is, is a perv?" And
don't trust anybody that wears sunglasses indoors.
yes, that was a good one. He did say that, and so the woman. Oh, let's see. Yeah, Dan says it'll be a shame slab. Completely agree.
Yeah.
When Sal gets that Venom with a bong slabbed, it will be a shame slab. But yeah, so in the article about Ed Piskor, the woman who was saying like she was showing, they did not give her name. She was showing screenshots of when she was 17, and he was, I believe it was in his late 30s or somewhere around
38.
40. So 38 years old, and she was 17, and he's even asking her, 17 or 18? I hope you're, 18. And then a bit of back and forth too, and then At points, yeah, one thing that you could tell was like he must have sent a picture of his room because she did say like, "Oh, that looks nice," but then
What
she
he
did say,
was
"You can stay here."
Yeah, that's exactly what he was saying. Was if you because they both live in the same state, or at least she did, and he was indicating that if you make your way over to this side of the state, you can crash here.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
cool. And then there was another woman, a cartoonist named Molly Wright, and
Mhm.
she had said that he asked for a sexual favor, saying that if she doesn't, then he won't give her the agent's number. And that's automatically completely wrong.
That's a quid pro quo. That's illegal.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Here's my opinion on this, and I think everybody can agree with this. There's no good reason for a 38-year-old man, any man, 18 or over, to be in a 17-year-old's message box. There's zero good reason whatsoever. So just don't do it. You have especially at 38, right? At 38 years old, you have no business communicating with a 17-year-old in private. There's no possible reason on this earth, unless you are a doctor or a lawyer, that has any reason to communicate with a minor, right? Just don't do it. There's no good reason to do that. Me as 44, there is no fucking way that I would catch myself in a minor's direct messages. Absolutely not. I won't even talk to women under the age of 35 because I think it's kind of weird.
You're in
At
my
least for
DMs though,
me.
and I'm under 35.
But Sonny, I love you. The ladies and gentlemen,
You
in
got
all
your
Tim,
agent's
Tim,
number too.
that's right.
Tim, that was an F-bomb. I'm fine with you even saying.
Okay, but
Yeah.
I mean, in
We
all
got to, yeah.
seriousness, it's
Why is it that Tim always gets to use the F bomb on everyone? We get one.
You never get lets us use it.
in all seriousness, though, it's like just don't do it. Leave the kids alone. Let the kids be kids. Don't try and groom them to do things for you that they mentally cannot comprehend at 17 years old. Don't guilt them or corner them or any other tactic that you would use to get something from them that they can't mentally give away. Right? Just
Yes.
let kids be kids. Leave them alone and go talk to a 38-year-old. Do that because she can kick your ass and let you know exactly how wrong you're doing. And quid pro quo, guys, we've all had jobs. We've all watched the sexual harassment videos. What's the first damn thing they tell you? Quid pro quo is wrong. You can't do that. It's illegal. If you do this for me, I will give you this. No, negative. That's why he's in the fucking trouble he's in now. That's two. Ed Piskor, you're abysmal, you're horrible, you are a creep, you are a potential, if not already, P word that I won't even say because we all know what it is, and you deserve every bit of backlash and hate and loss of work that's coming your way. I hope everything that you did was worth what's coming now.
He is certainly not a grand design.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah, so people,
Okay.
be better. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
No. Agreed. He just deserves whatever he gets. And it probably won't be enough.
No, it won't.
Tim,
But-
you pretty much worded it the best for all of us, I'd say.
Yeah.
I try, gentlemen. I try.
But one more bit of news before we head into everything else. And I'd rather everyone hear it come from me than somebody else. So life hits everyone differently. And I got a family too, just like all these guys do, and things don't always line up. So it sucks to say, but as of April 17th, that will be my last show on the podcast. Not the last show overall, but just for the podcast. But we got some great people that are going to be in rotation for us. There's going to be 3 chairs all the time. You know, I'll miss it, but I know you guys are going to do a great job. So everyone show up April 17th. Last live show for me.
Oh, yeah. We'll make sure we want every show to be special, but definitely April 17th.
But we're
Gotta
still
have
going
fun.
to see you on After Dark and Comic Character.
You'll still find me on After Dark, Comic Character of the Week, and the new show we're going to be starting Fridays.
Yeah. Plus reviews too.
Yeah, those two.
Yeah.
See my wonderful face there.
Yeah, so you will still be on the Codex station, just
Yeah,
take a
just
leaf from
won't
the
be
Codex
on the
podcast.
podcast.
Dan, you are correct. His artwork was horrible.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
that's all
by the way, ladies and gentlemen, memberships are now open and available if you want to support the channel that way, and super chats are now open and available if you want to support us that way also.
Jamie, I almost thought today was going to be your last. That's why I picked out all these Boobies stuff. So we'll pick out something. I'll pick out something special. Give your last goodbye. You know, you and I, we got to go at it one more time on April 17th.
It'll be good. April 7th. I might have a show for the last day of work.
Oh,
Jamie's last episode was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, because he's not here.
We'll make sure it's good. And I heard you'll be on my side of the state. So who knows? Maybe if he's not here, I'll be like, hold on. I'm going to need the episode may be pushed off. I need to take a drive and I'll get Jamie on.
Yeah. Just be like, hi, and then walk away.
all right. I got to go.
I made my
gonna hear-
cameo appearance.
He's going to hear 80s hair metal music coming up to the house. And he's going to be like, I got to go.
Wow.
I already know
Hide
who
the
that
kid.
is with
Hide
those
the kid.
unknown 80s hair metal
He'll
bands.
sit up in the middle of the afternoon, and Precious will be like, "What is it, Jamie? Do you hear that? It's Def Leppard.
Yes.
Sonny's on his way."
Why is Bonfire playing?
Yeah, who's the one person who listens to Bonfire? I already know who that is.
Yeah.
Jamie,
They
no,
made
that's not me,
They made
man.
one album worth of money.
Jamie, that's not me.
We gotta go. Pack the bags. Grab the kid. Let's get out of here.
Is that Avantasia playing in the background?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, my milkshakes.
They bring all the Sunnies to the yard.
Yes, they do.
All right. Enough
Moving
about
on.
this.
All right. We'll move on to more things coming up. How about previews? Some upcoming comic books. You know, one that we heard about is that there's going to be, obviously with all these new X-Men comic books coming out, and one of the new ones is set to be a series focusing on the romance between Rachel Summers and Betsy Braddock that was announced for Pride Month, but there is no set actual date of when it's going to come out, and it doesn't have an actual name yet, just that it's set to be a romance.
I didn't
There
even
is-
know they
yeah.
were in a relationship.
Dude, same here. I was like, really? They made Rachel Summers and Betsy Braddock in a relationship? Well, I guess they are, and they're getting a series.
Jamie, here you go.
Yeah, I seen it. I was not going to click it. Thank you for putting that up there, though.
You're welcome.
That is a good stripper
The
song.
sad part is I
Listen
wouldn't
to
put it
it.
past them.
Oh my god.
You never seen him at a Kiss concert. I'm just letting you know.
Wow. Rachel
You know,
Summers and
crazy,
Betsy
crazy
Braddock.
nights.
Didn't even know. So
Yeah.
I
Especially
mean,
with all the other X-Men comics coming out, that's not the most one that has me excited. There's so much else going on.
Yeah, like Deadpool, Wolverine, World War III.
You know, it's always fun. Yeah, when you got Deadpool, Wolverine. Deadpool has a lot of great team ups with a lot of people. He matches up well with a lot.
is Rob Liefeld going to be doing that one?
No,
Well,
Then I might.
maybe we'll check it out.
we're all gonna get it.
Yeah.
In everyone's pools. No, that, and then they have should be coming out next week. It's Spider-Man: Shadow of the Goblin. It's a 4-issue mini.
Ooh. Is Zeb Wells writing that?
No, so it's
Thank
gonna be good.
God. Right on.
Yeah, so you might check that one out.
Yeah, I'll check that out too.
And then the whole Brainiac storyline coming out. Superman.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
It's gonna
Nice.
there's gonna be a one-shot special for it. And it's gonna bleed into Superman and Action Comics.
And they're also coming out with the Superman Triangle Years Omnibus too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Ultimate Spider-Man #1's getting a 5th print, ladies and gentlemen. So if you missed out the past 4 times, you can get this one.
Hey, 5th time is the charm.
That's right. That's
As
right.
always.
Yeah, I'll be picking that up. I've got every other print, so I'll get the 5th print. Like, I'm not making the same mistake I did with Spider-Man, or what is it, Amazing 700 or 800? I think it was 700. Yeah, 700. Where Peter Parker died and Superior Spider-Man came along. They did all those prints, and I only got the first one and skipped everything else. So I'm not making that mistake this time.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
There's a lot good coming out.
The new X titles, Uncanny,
all of
Self-Titled, Extraordinary, or Extracurricular.
Exceptional. Yeah. I don't know what's with the name of Exceptional.
I don't know how I feel about those yet.
McKay's doing self-titled.
That's why Uncanny I'd probably get because of McKay. That's the only way I do it.
Nope, he's doing self-titled. I think Gail Simone is doing Uncanny.
Thought he was doing that one. My bad.
Either way, I'm going to pick up both of those at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're going to make it where you have to get all 3 because all stories are going to intertwine.
I ain't got that much money.
Neither do I.
Real quick. Okay. Yeah. So the Uncanny X-Men is by Gail Simone and David Marquez. And then the Self-Titled X-Men is Jed McKay and Ryan Stegman. And then Exceptional.
That's
X-Men.
actually a good combo. Stegman and McKay. Whew.
What artwork did Stegman do?
Venom with Donny Cates.
Oh.
I did Absolute Carnage.
Ooh, now that I dig.
He's done a lot of work for Marvel.
Right on. McKay's knocking every title out of the park he's working on right now. What is he on? He's on Moon Knight, Avengers, and soon to be self-titled X-Men.
He did Black Cat, which became a big book.
Oof. Nice. And then with that X-Men, that is set to have, looks like Magneto in the background. You got Big Jamie. Cyclops is leading the team. But you got Juggernaut on the team.
As long as the Cyclops from X-Men 97, I'm okay with it.
So we will see. And Dan says he did Spider-Man and Wolverine before.
And Vanish at Image. I haven't read Vanish.
I just finished Vanish last night, finally.
Ooh, okay.
It is very good.
Nice. Transformers is good. That's in my polls right now. Cobra Commander, if you're not reading that, ladies and gentlemen, I highly recommend it. Conan the Barbarian from Titan Books and Savage Sword of Conan. This is the first issue. Pick it up. It's fantastic. I think it's going to be a periodical, like every 2 months or something like that, but it's well worth it. And it's in magazine size too.
I like that book has not left your side.
No, I love that book. It's great. And Joe Jusko did the cover.
Yeah. No,
he just does everything.
He literally had made Sal go get it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Sal read it already. If he hasn't, then he will by Saturday.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
Okay. So yeah, a lot of good comic books coming out. I'm excited. I think most of us are. And then, you know what else gets us excited? A lot of us.
Things.
I don't know. There's not much these days.
Boobies get some of us excited.
Oh,
and you know what? That brings us to our random panel of the week. Here we go. We see a man yelling, and here come the boobies.
Why is his arm broken?
I don't know why his arm is broken. Maybe he's getting ready to fight, but I don't know why his arm is really.
Was he like trying to grab some and someone broke it on him?
Maybe it's like an invisible countertop. I don't know.
Like, just to have my arm like that, like he's not intimidating anybody.
No.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find out who it was, if it's Luke Cage or not. I was trying to look up, like, where's this comic from? I was unable to find it. So if anybody sees this random panel and knows, hey, this is from this, let us know. Put it in
Luke
the comments.
Cage or Black Lightning or John Stewart.
I'll figure it out. Give me a minute.
I don't think it's John Stewart.
I don't think so.
Maybe because the yellow. I mean, it could be, but maybe I was thinking Luke Cage because I was trying to kind of look at the hair, look at maybe the yellow jacket, kind of.
I'm leaning towards Black Lightning.
Okay, I'm leaning towards Luke Cage, but yeah, who knows who it could be? It could be some character we don't even know.
That's true. It could just be some random dude.
I'll figure it out.
Check out Dan's comment.
Let's see what Dan has to say here. He was too vigorously excited about the boobies and his arm paid the price.
Correct.
My Lord. Yeah. Random panel of the week, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought that goes perfectly with our story today. Imagine if he saw somebody,
Oh my
he
god.
wouldn't even run. He'd stay right there with his broken arm.
He'd
And
be
all he'd
like,
say is,
hey,
yeah, here come the boobies. And he's not paying attention to anything else.
hey, buddy, you're not lying. Here they come.
And he's not paying attention to weapons, blood, anything. He just sees two things, and you know, many of us can't blame him.
Sure.
It literally just it keeps coming up Nightwing 97, but I don't remember that panel being in there.
That
looks very
looks a
old.
little older than Nightwing 97. That looks like
No, I'm talking about like his second series. Where it went for 104 or 106 issues.
Oh. Unknown. It'll always be a mystery.
Jamie's gonna look, so you guys.
Jamie's gonna have a lot of fun looking up. Where were the boobies from?
There you go.
Images of where Here Come the Boobies is from. He's gonna get in trouble later when
no, I got
someone looks at his phone and says, "Oh, what were you looking up?"
Incognito mode.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
No, wait,
they hear that, they say that phones know what you look up or what you're saying, and then they try to advertise boobies, here come the boobies. Boobs,
now you're gonna get pictures of a bunch of birds.
Yeah. Or Sonny peeking through a window.
Or televisions.
Yeah.
Gosh. Yeah, okay.
There's 157 issues, my bad.
Random panel of the week.
You're gonna see this 157 images. I was like, you gotta do that
I just
later,
typed in
man.
Boobies and see what happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
You would not believe all the images that showed up for boobies.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you came into this episode with the misleading title and you're still here, you might as well stick around for the rest of it.
Yeah. But technically, it wasn't misleading because look, here come the boobies, and our random panel of the week is literally saying, "And here come the boobies."
That is also true.
So we did not lie. We told you
I
exactly
can
what
admit
was
one
to
thing, that there are a lot of them in this issue, so I'm hoping I find it because I'm looking at the issue right now.
I'm thinking it's something earlier than issue 97.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. It looks more late 70s, early 80s to me. But
yeah.
All right.
The mystery of where the boobies came from.
While Jamie
gotta
looks
find it.
funny, we can move on.
This is my mission this episode. Well, while we talk about stuff, I'm finding this.
Well, Jamie, you're having a lot of fun there, but you know who else is quite a fun character? Very not so popular, our F-lister.
Oh. Yeah,
Today, Madam Web joins the F-list, but not the famous movie one that like 10 people saw. This is a different Madam Web, the original Madam Web.
Whatever that is.
There she is, yeah, with her orange and a bit of like purple. Look at that image, yeah. Great artwork there.
This is my favorite panel.
Look at her down, yeah. With the knuckles and yeah.
What if I give you a whole bunch of delicious Hostess TM Twinkies cakes instead? Would you clear the harbor in my good name?
Oh, for that, I'd clear up the ocean, the world, anything. Oh, golden sponge cake cream filling.
Oh my God. There
And
you
there's
go.
the whole thing. We won't get into reading that yet because we'll let somebody take a guess as to the history behind the original Madam Web.
Yeah, it's Tim.
Okay. So the original Madam Web debuted in the Hostess Twinkies ad that you just saw there from Hulk 180, ladies and gentlemen. Inside that issue, Madame Webimus Madeira had a craving for sweets and just couldn't help herself when she found an old pair of orange pajamas and a shawl that just so happened to be web patterned, red and red-ish web pattern. She donned the name Madame Web with an E at the end to make herself different. and approachable, and went and robbed every Hostess Twinkies stand that she could find until Spider-Man found her and quid pro quo'd her with that.
Breaking her
Yeah.
knuckles.
If I give you all these Twinkies, would you clear the harbor and my good name? And she, golden sponge cake cream filling, agreed. And that, my friends, is where the original Madam Web came from. She has since retired. She's gotten all the Twinkies she wanted, and now she's on to Ding Dongs.
There you go, Tim. Well, you do know quite a bit about your Spider-Man stuff, so you know a bit about Madam Web.
I don't know anything about this character.
Okay, well,
0.
you sound like you know actually quite a bit. Just from that, you know quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
There isn't much to the original Madam Web. She doesn't have an actual name. That one panel, that one picture where you see the whole page,
this one here.
That's her everything.
Tell me she debuted in Hulk 180.
So it says
If she did, we're going nuts.
She appeared in Marvel Hostess Ads number 18 in July of 1977.
Yeah, not Hulk 180.
But yeah, so just in the ads, and yeah, so she's a woman obsessed with Spider-Man. Like I said, this picture where you see the page, that's her only page was in that ad.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and what she did was she set up Spider-Man. Spider-Man was in a bit of trouble. Everyone thinks he was to blame. The harbor, how could he save the harbor? And then Madam Web said that, she's like, I loved Spider-Man, but he rejected me, Madam Web. So her revenge was to tangle the harbor, with webs, Madam Web, and then blame it on Spider-Man. And even Spider-Man said, Madam Web, that love-crazed fiend. Everyone debuted in Hulk 180. Probably too, yeah.
Wow.
But then as you saw in the image when Spider-Man's like breaking her knuckles, all he had to do was offer her delicious Hostess Twinkies instead. And, she was, golden sponge cake cream filling. She was all happy. And that was how she was beat. And at the end, she said, first I lose Spider-Man, then Hostess Twinkies cakes? What a tangled web. As she's getting arrested.
Weave. Oh, my Lord.
Spider-Man says, she is such a loyal admirer of mine. And the kids yell, yay, Spider-Man, yay, Twinkie cakes. And there you go. You get a big delight in every bite of Hostess Twinkies cakes.
Oh, my God.
And Madam Web, the original Madam Web, was never to be seen again until this episode of the CODEX podcast. I think she deserves a movie.
No.
If they'd have put that in the Madam Web movie that Sony put out, put it out in theaters again, Sony. Round 2 might be better.
Yeah.
That'd be great. I'd love that. God.
Presented by Twinkies. Yay,
Presented
Twinkies
by
cakes.
Hostess. Yep, there you go.
I gave up because I went through 3 different issues just to find it, and it's not any of them.
So I was pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were with the Twinkies. I think it's pretty obvious that we think Madam Web, the original, is definitely getting out of the F list with her Twinkies. Yeah, guys,
she is retired. She ain't going nowhere.
Jamie,
she's serving a life sentence for love.
I say she stays in the F list with her Twinkies
and her movies.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe she have a.
Just sign the dotted line. There's potential for sequels and television shows and advertisements.
I hate commercials.
Set up for 7 sequels.
Yes.
What?
I absolutely hate commercials, but if I saw a Twinkies commercial and it had this Madam Web in there, I admit I'd be very happy. And I would pay attention and I would watch that video. So somebody out there who makes commercials, make a good commercial and have a Hostess Twinkies cakes with the original Madam Web.
A fan-made trailer.
Yeah, but either way, she does stay in the F list.
Yeah.
With all her Twinkies, though, so she's good. Maybe we'll find her a Spider-Man knockoff that we could put in the F list.
I think this is the closest we've ever gotten to the actual origin of it.
I try to stray farthest away possible.
Well, I didn't even know that this darn thing was her first and only appearance.
The full thing right there, the whole one page.
I'm going to pull that out of a comic book and send it into CGC to get graded.
Yes. Ooh, on the hunt. Now I'm on the hunt for a comic book that has that page in there.
You said 1977?
Yes, 1977.
I
We
will
will
look
look into
in my
this.
books.
Yeah.
Probably in a Spider-Man book.
No.
It might be.
Maybe in a facsimile of Hulk 180.
Okay. But Hulk 180 didn't come out in 77, though.
When did
Didn't
before?
need to.
Give me 2 seconds and I'll be able to tell you when it came out. Unless Dan's in the chat and he can tell us right now.
Well, maybe there was a facsimile or an early printing that didn't
So,
released yet.
so Hulk 181, the facsimile, came out in 2023. But
When did the original one come out?
193 came out in 1975, so I'm assuming
so
it's
way off.
earlier than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it was the very first facsimile ever made, and it had this in there.
So 180, good old glorious Hulk 180, the first contested book of cameos versus first appearances, came out in 1974, October.
There you go. Facsimile then might have had.
The facsimile, most recent one, came out last year.
Yeah.
But the oldest facsimile, there was a
Oh.
maybe there was a 1977 facsimile, and it had
I
that
don't think
amazing.
so.
Well, no, the
advertisement.
facsimiles have the same ads that they had printed in the book.
So the facsimile edition
Oh yeah.
came out in 2020. There is one that says a second printing facsimile that has the $3.99 cover price on it. So I think the first honest to goodness reprint, aside from the Canadian version, was in 2020.
Yeah, because like I said, any facsimile you're gonna get the same art,
Yeah,
same
everything.
ads, everything
Yeah.
that was in the first one.
So 1974.
I do like that. That's cool. I do that.
There you go.
But yeah, well, there you go. Some comic books that are made in 1977 may have that piece of gold in it.
Don't look in
advertisement
your
that's
DC
made of
books though, because it won't be there.
I'd laugh if it was.
That would be awesome if it was. One page you got a Superman, Batman, and the next page you got Spider-Man beating Madam Web with Twinkies.
It's a
I'll give you
crossover.
Twinkies. Okay, I give up.
Yeah, done.
That's
My
how, you take,
kryptonite.
that's how you take care of a female villain. Offer them Twinkies.
There you go.
There you go. But speaking of female villains, I think it's time to get onto one who's very different from this Madam Web and nowhere near as easy to beat. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Want our review of today? Okay, then
Oh,
everyone.
yes.
Today we are reviewing World Tree issues 1 through 6. As usual, Tim the Terrible will start us off with the credits.
Ladies and gentlemen, World Tree issues 1 through 6. Credits are as follows. And also, it's at issue 8 right now, so you can definitely catch up with us and get in on this. Writing goes to James Tinian IV. Pencils and inks go to Fernando Blanco. Colors to Jordi Belair. Letters to Adita Bidikar. Edits go to Steve Fox, and design goes to Dylan Todd.
Okay, I'll give us a bit of a run through, not through every issue, but do quite a bit of the story. So we start off in the year we're in right now, 2024, and we meet Fear, spelled Ph34R. And Fear is a naked woman. She is completely naked, right? You may be, oh, who's this naked lady?
I think there's like 3 panels that she actually has clothes on.
I think that's overdoing it too.
Yeah, overdoing. Yeah. Barely. Clothes are barely covering anything.
Put
So
something
we
on.
see Fear, naked, attractive woman, but she can definitely put fear in many as she has just killed somebody. She goes online, and she's checking up, and we see Gibson Lane, and Gibson Lane pulls a mass murder. He is killing people all around. We find out later that it's 60 people he killed.
In one day.
Yes, in one day he kills 60 people, and he says he's online, and he says see you again in the new world. This is for the new world. And then we meet Gibson's brother Ellison. Ellison, sometimes called L, is in the car with his friend Foster, and they're chatting, and Ellison is telling about he talked with his brother, and he's worried about his brother, what his brother told he saw online. And then Foster looks and she's like, oh, what's his name? And then she's like, you need to pull over to tell him what happened, what is on the news. And we see on the news, there's a man named Gabriel who's watching. And then he remembers. He goes back he remembers when he was young, him and his friends, when they were about 18. And yeah, so about how he found it. And later he calls his friend Liam, and Liam says, it's been 20 years. And Liam does say, he's like, how did I look at my phone? And there's a new app on there called World Tree.
Yep.
And World Tree is spelled, W0RLDTR33. So Channing and Gabriel's time, like, it's time. Everything we thought, we killed the undernet before, but it's not done. And then we go back to Ellison. He's going to see his brother Gibson, who is in jail. He's being held, and as he's going to see him, Fear comes along. Her naked self comes along, and she is killing everyone. But it should be known that it's always something with online, like with the phone. She
just takes it and shows it to everybody.
And it's revealed later the horrible, disturbing things people see, and that's causing them to really like freak out. And then she's killing a whole bunch of the police officers. She gets to Gibson, and he's saying like, I did. She's like, you did good. And he's saying, right, that he believed he did it for a new world. And then she kills Gibson right in front of his brother Ellison. She leaves, and in the next issue, we see that Foster is in the house, and she's pretty much being watched by Fair. Fair is now going after Foster, Ellison's friend. We meet Silk and Nikki. They're FBI agents. We get back to, so they're talking about the case. They're on the case. The two FBI agents who are on the case, figuring out what's going on. And then, because before Gabriel had said, Liam, like he wants to get his old crew all together, that they need to be together. So Liam arrives at the hotel, and he's greeted by Yoshi, another one of their friends. And then go back to Foster, and Foster, she goes online. She sees some of the horrible things that Fear is making everybody see. So she's caught in this trance. And then we meet, Silk and Nikki then question Elle at the hospital. They question Ellison, not at the hospital. They question Ellison at the police station, but he doesn't give much up. And they're telling him like how dangerous this is. And then we meet Amanda and Darren, who were also a part of Gabriel's team, one of their friends. They were his friends back in the day, and they are going to check up on Foster. But then, they have quite a bit of a chat, and I won't get into too much about what they're talking about. But then it is Fear who sets a fire. They are able to go into the house, and they are able to rescue Foster. At this time, At this time, Ellison, he leaves the police station. He gets in it's a robot car. It's controlled by someone the car is named Sydney, and it is Gabriel who owns it, and Gabriel steals evidence. He says he's going to need it, blows up the police station. He even says, hey, don't worry, I know nobody was in there. And then at this time, he puts on something, and he makes Ellison pass out. Ellison wakes up, and then
chloroform.
Yep, chloroform that makes him pass out, and then he wakes up and he's being questioned by Liam about what he knows, what his brother told him, and then suddenly Liam starts chatting about, so who we with, Foster? Have you two done anything? And even Ellison's really confused as to wait, why are you questioning me about this stuff? What does this have to do with anything? At this time, Silk talks with her boss, Madeline, and Madeline even says, "Yeah, guess who has to do with all this stuff? Guess who's giving problems? Gabriel Winter." So that's why Silk and Nikki, her partner, they say, okay, we're going to go there. We're going to find Gabriel, talk to everyone. And at the hotel now, everyone is together, the whole old crew of Gabriel's, and they're telling him what's at stake. And they show Ellison. He sees that Foster is in that trance state. She's really disturbed. She's pretty much almost out of it. Like, hey, we need to save her life. And at this time, from a distance, we see that Fear is still watching.
Hey, Greg.
And she is about to make her attack. But for right there, I will stop my complete run through of everything. And I will say we got to see a lot more. We got to see Fear attack. We got to see her attack. And a little bit after that, Nikki was talked about his disturbing dream. And not too long, she comes after him. She's stabbing him. She's shooting Silk. We do see that Liam and Amanda, they have a romance. They're together. And again, who's watching? But fair. We later, we find out quite a bit. Like I said, I don't want to give too much of a run through of everything, but a very exciting story. I feel the artwork is
the
very
part that you're dropping it at is where a lot of culmination of the past couple issues start to get revealed.
Oh yeah, it really
Yeah.
picks up. So I don't want to spoil too much into this. This is a very new story. This one is still an ongoing series.
Yes.
Mhm.
So for me, I like the artwork. I like the characters. The one thing I'd like, yeah, I think that there's a lot of originality to it. Like there is a horror aspect. Like so, who would have thought that this naked, attractive woman could be so intimidating? Just when you see her standing there, she is quite the killer. We find out a little bit about her past in a couple more issues into the story. And the one thing with me is that I feel like I would like to read this one day again when I could read the whole story and finish the whole world tree because we get to 5, and I feel that 5 almost would have been a better point for me to stop at. And then we get to 6, and then 6 was introducing quite a lot of new characters.
Mhm.
So I'm definitely invested. I definitely want to continue. I highly recommend this story. The thing with me is, like I said, I want to continue it. I think artwork is good for this story. It's not my favorite artwork, but I think it goes with this story maybe too because they're original characters. And story wise, I'm loving the story. I almost felt like that. I thought maybe they could have done the whole thing and finished it at 6 issues, but then I'm kind of
Actually, I was wrong when I gave it to you guys. It was 1 through 5.
okay. I was
Oh.
wondering because
Well,
when
that's all right. 6 was great too.
Yeah,
because when I
I read ahead. My bad.
when I went on Amazon, I did see that they sell it 1 through 5, and
Yeah,
then I was like, oh, but I did check again, and I was like, okay, so Kim did say 1 through 6, but either way, so I am enjoying. I was almost thinking that that it could end maybe on 6, but then and now I see that they want to continue to make it longer. That's a decision. Maybe when I finish the whole thing, I will say, oh, I'm really glad that it went to 12 issues or however long it does go, or maybe I will say, hey, I think they should have just finished everything in 6 instead of introducing new characters. So for me, right now I say my rating is open because I do believe in time it's going to change. Either it's going to go up or, excuse me, it may possibly go down. I don't really think it's going to go down. But for me, right now, I, Sonny Kruger, on the CODEX podcast or the CODEX station, give World Tree issues 1 through 6 an 8.5 out of 10.
8.5
I think this
out
is a
of
very
10.
good story. I
Okay.
highly recommend it, and I am excited to continue on with this story.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, what about you guys?
Go ahead,
Jamie,
Tim.
you want okay.
You wanna go first?
So okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let me pull the hair down. Get ready to have a conversation because this book is great. I got all 8 issues, so I'm current. I haven't read issues 7 or 8 yet. I'm going to read those this weekend, but my lord, I was 2 pages in to this book and I already felt my stomach turn. This book is horrific. It is violent. It is incredibly adult. The main villain, Fear. If anybody's ever seen the movie Chappie, the white-haired or the blonde-haired girl that is in Chappie looks exactly like Fear in World Tree. If you haven't seen it, go look it up. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And if I ever get to ask Tinian, I bet you money that she was the basis for the representation of Fear in this book. James Tinian's words and world building here is enormous. And I hope this series goes 30 plus issues. Sonny, you need to get this every month to keep up with it along with me so you and I can read it together. Jamie, you have already got it and you recommended this. I'm so glad you did. This is now big Tinian fan in general. Absolutely, Litho.
Yeah.
World Tree, I am brand new into this. Like I read it all in a day on Monday, and I can't wait to read 7 and 8. I'm so glad, Jamie, that you invited me in to read this. This is now one of my new favorite current series, and if it's still going when we do the Codex Awards at the end of the year, this is a major contender for best current series right now.
Agreed.
Sunny 8.5. That's a great score, but I'm gonna have to weigh up that this gets a big fat 10 out of 10 from me. If you haven't read it, ladies and gentlemen, if you're on the fence about this, pick it up. I went to Nirvana in Knoxville. They had all 8 issues. So go to your local comic store, see what they got. The trade for issues 1 through 5 should be out now. And then you just have to get 6, 7, and 8, and then you'll be on. Get this on your pull list. Do not miss out on this. This is absolutely fantastic. 10 out of 10.
No, yeah,
Jamie, I know you love it, so I'm interested to hear your opinions.
No,
on
it,
Butcher.
like even like the parts where like they were showing the phone screens, like trying to take like a camera shot of somebody, and you could see them glitch.
Yes,
Those
right
parts
here.
were just like
Perfect example.
Yeah, it'd be intimidating, and then their whole head like mindset will change. And be like, I can go to the undernet if I do this right, like, and just massacre all these people. It's like, what? Like, how? But yeah, like you said, I was wrong on that. It was 1 through 5 because that was the end of the story arc for 5. But the thing that I think the reason I said I went to 6 was because of the fact that it started again. I didn't realize, and I got excited
because it's just so good. We had to read more.
Yeah, but if you look at the end of 5, the cool thing was it was only supposed to be 5 issues. It was supposed to leave you with the cliffhanger that they did, and then at the end of the issue 5, it has the website to go to
and the password
that was extending the story.
Yes,
but it was so good that they actually kept going with it.
Did you go on the website?
Yes.
So did I. I haven't used the second password yet.
I wouldn't have even guessed it was the real thing. So, okay, so Dan says a 9 for World Tree.
Like a lot of the things that you find in comics, especially with this one, like if you go to the site, it's usually right. There's Avengers, I think it was like issue 9. Thor throws his Mjolnir down and is like, for a good time, called Tony Stark, and there was a number.
Yeah.
If you called the number, it was actually Tony Stark talking to you.
Nice.
Like little gems like that. But that was one of them in there, and they just kept explaining the story, and I was like, I am so mad this is over. Like, and then when 6 came out, I got excited. That's why I think I went 1 through 6.
Yeah.
Because it did introduce a bunch of new characters, but as far as the plot twist at the end of 5, how everything's going about, the friends and how they changed from when they were younger to being older, and what direction everyone took compared to what they were was just intense for the most part. Fear was like, the name says it all.
Yeah.
Like, so for me, this one was a 10 out of 10, especially with those issues. Like I said, 1 through 5 was the end of that story arc, but I think everyone had the same feeling when they're like, yeah, this can't end.
Yeah, even if you said 1 through 5, I still would have wanted to continue. I would not have. Yeah, definitely wouldn't want the whole story to end that way.
There's just too much to tell with this story.
Too much to unfold still with a little information.
God, I can't wait to read 7 and 8. I can't wait to read them.
Yes, it's a great story. So, World Tree, she's 1 through 6. I'll give it an 8.5. Like I said, an open one because I'm still excited to read more. I want to see how it all finishes up. But,
Dan,
Jamie and Tim.
Jamie
and Tim give it a 10 out of 10. And Dan says this would make a great show on HBO or Amazon. I thought that too.
Yeah.
When I very early on to read, I'm like, this would be a really good show. Very intimidating show. Like you said, there's a lot of disturbing things. It definitely makes you think.
Fear.
I hope so.
Who were you saying plays Fear?
You.
So it's like it's the role I was born for, and everyone's like, I don't know.
Well, I don't have quite the body that she has, and they show everything of her.
My God! Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, yeah, you're right. With all the CGI and all the body suits they get for people, I could pull it off.
There you go.
Even too, but the characters were likable too. Even Gabriel was quite a sleaze. I will say that every time there'd be conversations, and then it's like, yeah, me and Gabriel. And it's just, oh yeah, when you fooled around with Gabriel.
Whoa, wait,
but he was very likable. Very likable sleaze. I thought
it was relatable is what you meant.
Maybe that's why he was one of my faves of the story. And then so it is a great story, and I'm really interested to continue. And maybe one day when this finishes off, like I said, so there is no saying yet of If
No,
if so, go to
because
12
originally it
issues
was
or 30.
cemented as a 1 or 5 issue with the option to keep going.
Yeah. Wow.
I just want to know what happens, or I want the conclusion. I want to know.
Oh, this is on my pull list. So, Sonny, you need to do the same so you can find out what happens.
I want to know now. Okay, I want to know I want tomorrow to know. But hey, we'll be wondering what's going to happen, and everybody. It's clear that everyone from the Codex station is a really big fan of World Tree.
Yeah.
We recommend you all check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And now, Timothy, it's time for you to pick out your next story arc that you pick for us to review in a few weeks on the CODEX podcast.
So I've been told, or pretty much I've been banned from picking Marvel's Kingdom Come or Uncanny X-Men Annual number 11. So I can't
Did we do
more.
those already?
No, we have not, but we should. Yes, we have. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stick with Jamie's trend, and we're going to go with something new. Ongoing series from Titan Books, Conan issues 1 through 4. Conan the Barbarian, 1 through 4.
Okay. And that is so it's a 2024 series.
Current series.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. So
Came out last year.
Conan the Barbarian 1 through 4.
Yes.
Oh, so they're cool. I have not read any Conan comic books, so
You're gonna love this, Sonny.
All right, everyone. Well, now I think we could wrap this up. Big things coming up ahead for the CODEX podcast and everything with the CODEX station. Like we said, even a new show coming up soon. There's a lot to look forward to. And next week it will be me and Tim, and who knows who will be the third chair joining us.
Gary.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, then if it is, I have a special F-lister just for him, and it's gonna be gross.
And you gotta make Uncle Gary come up with the backstory. I already made it.
That's great.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait.
oh yeah. I've had
Reference
this
this episode when you tell him that.
Oh yeah, I've had this one on the list. I'm like, he needs to do it. He needs to be here because of his love for Heavy Flow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Savage Dragon villains.
Wow.
And then so like I said, then April 17th will be the big send off of Jamie. We'll send you off into the sunset. But we'll make sure that we do something special for you.
There you
That'd
go.
be fun.
Like a good nice. See ya.
I'll bake a casserole.
For
I've
yourself.
heard you bake and heard your kids talk about you baking. Please.
That's
don't.
not true. You haven't heard anything. I don't know
Yeah.
any words that are coming out of your mouth that are true at this particular
Ethan
moment.
has told me personally. Please don't let my dad
No, he
bake
hasn't.
tonight. Tell him to get pizza or something. Jamie, can you send us money so we can get takeout? Yes.
That's never happened, ever,
Yes, it
ladies
has.
and gentlemen. In the history of money.
Multiple. That's why I'm broke and Tim's eating out every night.
Well, what can I say? If he can't get his paper plates, we ain't eating.
So
Yeah.
Jamie, real quick, what's scarier? What puts more fear into people? Fear or Tim's cooking?
Tim's cooking.
There you go.
I'd rather fight fear, thinking I have a chance, than eat any casserole dish he makes because the oven's like preheated at 105 and
As long as I am putting something in the hearts of men and women across this beautiful globe, I'm okay with that. Tapeworms it may be, but at least it's something.
at least I stay skinny.
Wow, that's right. That's right. Oh my God. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Yep. Then I guess that's it. We say we're done. We're
Yeah.
done.
All right.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie's going to go over our sponsors for this week's episode, but I want to let you know that we have all the socials, and as Uncle Gary says, we want to give them to you. Head over to @the CODEX Station on your favorite social media platform, where you can like, share, subscribe, and follow us, and make sure you don't miss content like this all the time, every time. On YouTube, memberships are available. They are $3.99 a month, the price of a comic book, and we would love to have you as part of the CODEX family if you want to support the channel in a financial manner. Absolutely 100%. And also, ladies and gentlemen, head over to thecodexstation.com for all your Codex needs. Get some merch, meet the team, and so much more. Once again, thecodexstation.com, ladies and gentlemen. And Real Cat says, where Bob's? I assume boobs. Where? There's 3 of them right in front of you, sir. Just like in Total Recall. Yeah, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And Jamie, our beloved owner, host, and curator of Four Color Ink, today is going to talk all about today's sponsors.
Yes, so we'll start off with the first one. That's Comic Logic, guys. Go check them out. Uncle Gary is a proud co-owner, and they have some events coming up. Yes, thank you. That's where they are located. If you guys get the chance, April 20th is their 9th anniversary. Big celebration for them. Go check them out. Also, Free Comic Book Day, May the 4th. Brandon Wayne will be there. He is the man when the helmet goes on for the Mandalorian who plays him. And he's also blood royalty is John Wayne's grandson.
Yes.
Grandson. I want to say great every time, but no, grandson, who will be, from what he says, touring the Library of Comics. So that's
That is
a
a
very, very
possibility.
cool thing to have done. I hope we can do an on the spot with that one. And then May 19th is their Spring Lot Con, where they take a little part of their parking area and turn it into a mini Comic Con. So don't miss out on that. And then we also have Dubby Energy. Guys, I'm telling you right now, go check out Dubby at dubby.gg. I have them right here. I show them off every single episode because I always have to restock on these things. They give you the energy that you need to get through the day. It's not like Monsters or Red Bulls. No jitteriness, no bad aftertaste, and no crash, which is awesome for me because that's usually what happens.
Thank you, Pam.
Get your sample pack today. They came out with a bunch of new flavors and a bunch of new flavors for the sample packs themselves. Comes with a tumbler too. All you have to do to save some money is go to checkout and use the keyword code -X and save yourself 10% on your order.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
thank you, Pam, for the kind words. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Mhm.
And now, like Madam Web, I'm going to go off and just be
And
done.
eat some Twinkies.
And Twinkies.
Gonna have to get some Twinkies.
We got to hear one thing before the stream can be ended, though.
Here come the boobies.
That works too. Or
Gaping holes.
thank you. There we go. We love you, ladies and gentlemen.
Just like Tim after some sugar-free gummy bears.
Oh, God. Well, that's a story for After Dark. And I'll tell it this Saturday at 11 p.m. Tune in to hear about my loud noises and screams. Love you. Bye.